Hello. Welcome to the Smile Revolution show. And I'm Mindy Fradkin, also known as Princess Wow. And we raise awareness to the healing power of a genuine smile. Sincere smiles only apply. And somebody wants to say hello. This is Mini Mindy here. She has her smile bag. It's actually from a photo of me with my pink wig. This is my real hair. Everybody thinks I have a wig on, but I do have lots of wigs, but this is my hair. And let's see. I wanted to start with, before I have Rob Bonfiglio on in a little bit, with some quotes here. Let's see. Now, I wanted to tell you first, before I do some smile quotes and some kindness quotes and everything. Before I start, I wanted to talk a little bit about how the Smile Revolution started. If you've never seen my show, it started many years ago, 2005. The last time I saw my dead conscious, he gave me a big grin, and that smile changed my life for the better. And since then, I had a radio show with Pete Seeger, Richie Havens, Buffy St. Marie, Arlo Guthrie, a lot of musicians. And how that happened was I met Roland Musa, he should be on here. I met him in Woodstock, New York, where I was living at the time. And he introduced me to, he really liked what I was doing. And he said, you deserve help. And that's how this started. I just want to go into a brief just to tell you why I have this title on my show. And so I've done, Roland and I did Smile concerts, and Pete Seeger headlined in Woodstock years ago. And we have a Smile album together. And so I've been doing a lot of projects. And then when the pandemic hit, I started doing a Smile Revolution show. And I've done over 100 the last couple of years. And I started getting back into interviewing again because I used to do it years ago. So just to give you a little idea about me. So anyway, I got very close with Pete and Richie because of Roland. And that's how I met all these I've met all these musicians over the years through them. And so it's just kind of unfolded, getting into the music world. So that's how it actually happened, was through the Smile Revolution and me singing my whole life and loving music too. So let's see. I have Kindness Every Day, a journal, and I think I need to put my glasses on because I can't really see, even though I have my contacts, I can't really see too well. Okay, so help someone today. What did you do? How did it feel? Now, we know what's going on in Ukraine, and it's a really challenging time with the last 2 years and everything, but there's always good going on. So comments. Okay. My hair looks great. Thank you, Laura. Okay. So there's always good going on. And in spite of all the challenges we're facing, but it helps you to smile if you can just focus on gratitude. And I'm not saying it's easy, but and you can, being a good Samaritan and doing good deeds. I did give a donation to someone who does tours online today in Ukraine. And here it is. Volunteer your time to do charity work this month. And then when action follows heart, 365 ways to share kindness. Susan Spencer, editor-in-chief of Women's Day. She says, every so often, write and mail a quick, cheery note to an elderly friend or neighbor. And let's see. Oh, someone wants to say hello. Gumby. Now, Gumby always has a smile and a hug to give you, no matter what. Gumby is one of the my mascots for the Smile Revolution. And my friend Leslie just gave me this friend. I have a new friend. I haven't given her a name. I guess it's a her with a pink tutu, I guess. I don't know. So anyway, I just got this toy because I like having little animals and toys around. It's like fun for me. It helps me smile. And then what else? Who else is here? My other Mindy doll. And these are based on photos of me. And this was like a wig. No, maybe was that my real hair? Yeah, that was my real hair, pink and yellow or, whatever. And that's a hat that I made. I make hats, but this is a vintage hat. And let's see what else here. Oh, and I have a joy jar. Does everybody have a joy jar? I made this, and it's good to have. And you write down things that bring you joy. So one of the things I love to do is bake. So I wrote baking, and I like to bake all kinds of things. And especially in the pandemic, I've been baking more than ever, like a lot of people. And so let's see. One of my favorite quotes is from Mother Teresa, peace begins with a smile. So let's see here. I think we're going to bring on Rob Bonfiglio, but I want to, for those of you who don't know him, I'm going to share a little bit about his background before I bring him on. Okay. So he first gained national prominence in the mid-90s as a member of the RCA recording act Wanderlust, who scored a radio hit on the Billboard charts with I Walked and landed prime opening gigs for The Who, Collective Soul, and others. He's been LA based since 2001. He's a critically acclaimed solo artist with 5 solo albums released to date. He's also a touring guitarist with the Brian Wilson Band and guitarist, musical director for multi-platinum selling pop group Wilson Phillips, producing their most recent album dedicated for Sony Masterworks. And he's also works with a lot of amazing amazing LA-based artists like Peter Asher, Rosemary Butker, Linda Rodstadt, who's worked with Linda Rodstadt, John Pratt, Jeff Allen Ross from Badfinger, Ken Sharp, the Wild Honey Orchestra, The Tribe, and others. And I'm going to be anyway, I've got a few of his songs we're going to be playing tonight. And so let's bring him on. Okay. Hi.
Princess Wow. Hi.
Hi, it's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Let's see, I might have to wear my glasses, so I don't know. I'm having a little hard time with I have my contacts, but I still need my glasses half the time.
I used to wear contacts too, and then they just stopped working. So I'm like,
really?
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I used to wear glasses too, but I do usually wear glasses, but on my show I usually wear my contacts.
Sure.
And as I was saying, I love those shade, the tint.
Yeah.
It's like very groovy.
Amber.
Yeah, I love it. It's great.
Thanks.
So anyway, so it's really good to see you. And how this all happened was, we have a mutual friend, Stevie Kalinich.
Yes.
And who we adore. I like being part of Stevie. What does Paul Muni say? Friends of Stevie, FOS Club. Part of the FOS Club, right?
Right.
Yeah. So what happened was I was listening to Don Cromwell.
Don Cromwell, yeah.
Yeah, so I was listening. I caught part of the show when you were on recently, and I heard you sing Butterflies, your newest song.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I have to play that. So I contacted Stevie, and I said, I need to get a hold of you, of Rob. And so he immediately did. And that's how this all happened. So it was really great.
Love it.
Yeah.
So
and so it's all meant to be. It just unfolded that way. And anyway, you've been busy, huh?
It was a grassroots effort.
Yeah, it just kind of was meant to be. So so I've been doing a lot of research on you and everything, of course. And so you've been really busy recently. I don't know how was you during the pandemic? You were probably writing a lot of songs and recording, right?
Yeah, in concentrated chunks, yes. Like there was a lot of time where we moved too during the pandemic, so I was just from across town. But I had the opportunity to actually go through all of all of my stuff and just like organize stuff. I'm an organized kind of. I like to have stuff where I know where it is and how to get to it. And I have a huge vinyl collection, so I went through the vinyl. I just did all kinds of stuff. So it was good. It was cathartic. And it was the best time to do it. Nobody was going anywhere. We were all kind of stuck at home. So.
So you're in LA.
I'm in LA. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We were on the east side of the San Fernando Valley, and we moved all the way to like the farthest west side of the valley.
Oh.
So, yeah. It's all kind of located. We're in Agora Hills now. It's actually not really considered the San Fernando Valley, but it's considered the Conejo Valley.
Okay.
But it's right next to Calabasas, which is next to Woodland Hills,
Oh,
and
I know that. I have friends
yeah.
in Woodland Hills, and I have
Mhm,
very good friends in Woodland Hills, and very good friend in Calabasas. So you're over
mhm.
there. Oh, okay.
Over there, yeah.
Okay.
Horse communities over here.
Okay. Okay. Oh, well, that's good.
Nice,
And
yeah, I
then,
love
so that's great. And then, so recently, though,
it. Mhm.
you've been getting back out there, right? Like
Yeah,
yeah.
shows have been picking up again. I did a 3-week tour with Brian Wilson back in October.
Oh,
Yeah, I was scheduled to do a cruise, that's happening actually right now, but I didn't feel comfortable going on a cruise because they had the Omicron came around,
right,
and it was
right.
like,
Yeah.
"Ooh, I don't know." But there's another cruise coming up at the end of March called the Flower Power Cruise. It's presented by Star Vista. It's
I
really
know. I
great.
saw that. God,
Yeah.
that sounds amazing.
The Hollies are going to be there, the Zombies. I'm going to be playing with Peter Asher and my own band called the Hall of Fame Band, where we'll do a lot of cover songs from the '60s and tribute things. But it's such this is probably my fourth or fifth cruise doing these things, and it's so much fun.
Oh, with the Flower Power Cruise.
It's by Star Vista is the company, and they do what's called the Rock and Romance Cruise, which is the '70s themed cruise.
Oh,
Is the
okay.
one that is going on right now. I did that before the pandemic came around, and I did a Flower Power cruise previously, and then there was one called the Malt Shop Cruise, which is kind of early '60s and kind of doo-wop-y-ish, whatever.
Oh, that sounds so much fun. I
It's a
think
lot
the
of fun.
Flower Power tour
Yeah,
sounds amazing.
Flower Power is a blast.
Is
If
that the
that's
only one that Peter Asher does?
Peter has done Flower Power. Actually, he's done all three of the ones that I mentioned: Rock and Romance,
Oh,
Flower
okay.
Power.
Well, he does all. Oh, okay. So
Yeah, yeah. He's been kind of a regular. So
for
yeah,
people who don't know who he is,
yeah.
he was in the '60s. He was the duet with Peter and
Peter and
Gordon,
Gordon.
and
Yep,
they had big hits.
yep. World Without Love. A few other ones.
And then
Yeah, he was really he walked side by side with the Beatles and everything that happened with the London scene. His sister Jane Asher was a famous actress who dated Paul for a while, and Paul
right,
lived at her house. And then he went on to work for Apple Records, and then went on to discover James Taylor and
right.
manage him, and then produce his records, as well as Linda Ronstadt, and many others that I can't even think of. But there's so many. He's such an incredible historian of music.
I
You know,
did meet him for a minute. I mean, he was doing a duet with this other musician. I can't remember his name, like a few years ago. And
should have
Kate
been
Taylor, who I know, Kate
Taylor, yeah.
Taylor's
Kate,
sister, she opened for them,
uh-huh.
and they
Maybe
were
it was
playing right
Pat.
near here. Huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I
Interesting.
can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember
Was it
his name.
Albert Lee, maybe?
What?
Albert Lee, perhaps?
Yeah, Albert Lee. Yeah, Albert
Mhm.
Lee.
Great guitar player, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, they were great. It was so
Yeah.
great. It was amazing. I have a picture with them.
Ah, nice.
Kate, Roland. It's Kate, Roland, and Albert, and yeah,
Kate is the sweetest. She's so, so sweet.
yeah, she's great.
She's great.
So yeah, so that's good. So and also you were playing recently at the Grammy Museum.
Yes, we do, a couple times a year we'll do well, lately it's been a Beatles tribute, or like we would create these theme shows, covering Beatles music and bringing lots of guest artists in to sing Beatles songs and then their own songs. Most recently we did the theme was the Beatles at the movies, so we did Let It Be, and we did a lot of songs from Hard Day's Night and Help, and a few things from Yellow Submarine, all the movies. And we had who did we have this time? We had Joey Mullen from Badfinger came in and sang a few songs. In the past, we've had like Maria Muldaur. We've had Mark Sebastian, John's brother. God, who else? I'm totally
Oh, I
Elliot
know
East.
John, because John lives in Woodstock. I know his wife Catherine.
Yeah, and actually, just before lockdown, we did a Wild Honey show that actually reunited all the living members of Love and Spoonful. So it was
Oh,
John.
really? Oh, that's
Yeah,
so cool.
it was incredible. Everybody was there, but Zal passed away. But it was incredible. We did really deep tracks. It was like a 2-hour show of all their music, and John
Oh,
was
that's
there.
great. Oh, that's
Great.
great.
It was so much fun.
Oh, that's cool.
So
And
yeah,
then the Wild Honey, though, the orchestra, that's for benefiting autism, right?
It benefits the autism think tank, which I think is it's an organization that puts money towards the research of finding helping autism and people who suffer with autism and families and all that stuff. And every year we would put on another theme-based show. It just so happened that last year was or the last 2 years ago it was Love and Spoonful. Before that we did Buffalo Springfield.
I love Buffalo Springfield.
Richie Furay came and sang. It was great. And before that, we did a Kinks tribute. We did the band tribute where Garth Hudson came down and played.
That's great.
And we did a Beach Boys thing. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
And that's cool. And so let's see now. You're doing. I know you're going to be on tour again with
Brian.
With Brian this summer with Chicago, right?
That's right. Yes, it's a double bill. It's going to be from June 7th to July 28th, and we will be in Bethel, New York, sometime in July, which I'm really excited.
Be there.
I've never been. I've never been to
July 14th, right?
Is it July 14th? Yes.
July 14th in Bethel Woods, and so it's a 2-month tour.
A 2-month tour, yes. We're opening the tour here in LA at the Forum, which is really exciting. So it's going to be like an arena tour, sort of, for us. So I'm excited to do that. Yeah, but that's one of the highlights is to come to Bethel Woods. Really excited.
That's great. Yeah. Have you been there before?
Never.
Oh, okay. Oh, good.
Never. I just, I'm just in love with the lore and the music that came out of that area and Saugerties and Woodstock and all that. I love that stuff. It's just,
I live near there now. I'm up in Woodstock almost every week.
Yeah. Never been
and I used to live there. And it's like a special vibe. It's like the minute Woodstock, it's just very, I don't know. There's something very special about the whole energy.
Yeah. I can feel it through the books I read and through the pictures and the documentaries. And I know Todd Rundgren lived there for years, had a Utopia Studios there, and I'm a huge Todd freak. So I love it.
It's great. No, it is a really amazing place. So, all right. So, but you're okay. So Al Jardine and Family and Friends is coming the beginning of March with Wilson Phillips.
Right, with Carney and Wendy Wilson from Wilson Phillips. Right.
Right.
And I was going to be on that tour, but Carney Wilson is my wife, and I was going to accompany them as guitar player. But we have a menagerie of pets here at home and 2 daughters. Right. And we had a hard time trying to find someone to hold down the fort, so I volunteered.
Okay.
So I'm going to miss this particular tour, but I will be out with Wilson Phillips. There's they're going to do the out tour, and then right in the middle of the tour there's a Wilson Phillips show. So Carney and Wendy are going to split from that, go down to Florida. I'll be joining them there to play a show with them. I'll be coming back to LA, and then we'll go back out with Al again. So if you can keep track of all that.
Okay, so you're in the middle of they're coming. I thought they're coming out east for a week.
Yeah, they should be out here out there for a week. Yeah,
about a week, and then they're going to Florida
for like 1 day, and then
you're going to do that.
I'll do that. I'll fly out, meet them there. We'll part ways. They'll go back with Al, and I'll come back home.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right. So what I think I want to do is play one. Let's do. We have a few songs. I think what we'll do is we'll go off camera now, and I'll play. Sure. Oh, tell me a little bit about. Okay, we'll play Butterflies first. Okay.
Great.
So that's your latest song that you wrote.
Yes, it is. I've been working on, since we've been in this downtime, the pandemic time. I've been working on songs. I've compiled a nice pile of songs that I want to do another record with, and this is one of them. This is the latest one. So
I know. Well, that's what drew me in. So all right, so we'll go off camera, and I'm gonna share the latest song with everyone.
Okay,
great. Okay.
Awesome.
Okay. Here we go. Okay.
a sign in a dream last night. Rain was pouring down. Fell in line with my hands before my face, shivered down my spine. In the moment you let that information materialize, it's the moment I bet that you realize all the words that they mention cast before you in beautiful lines, spread their wings of intention like butterflies. With the motion of the waves in front of me and their spirit song, much away when decisions come to be at the finish line. And the moment you let that information materialize is the moment I bet that you realize all the words that they mention cast before you in beautiful lines, spread their wings of intention like butterflies on silver skies in dead of night. And the moment you let that information materialize is the moment I bet that you realize all the words that they mention cast before you in beautiful lines, spread their wings of intention like butterflies, butterflies.
I love that. It's such a great song.
Thanks.
I love it.
Thanks.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. It's very sweet. Thank you.
Yeah. So it's going to be on you're working on a new album, you said, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. So hopefully, yeah, that'll make the cut.
Yeah, sure. Yes. Okay. Now, the next song you've got, and now these other songs we were going to do this all live, but
Yeah.
you're not set up for
I had
stream.
I had to re-record them because I don't have a proper broadcasting thing, where you do the live stream thing.
Right.
It's too many wires, and I don't know how that works.
Right.
But I can plug into my studio and just lay it down and then send you that.
Right. So it worked out. That worked out great because it sounds great what you
Good.
did.
Thank you.
Okay. So okay, now these other two songs that you did,
Yeah.
are those from your new album too?
This will be likely on the new record. Yeah. These are
Oh,
these
okay.
are
So these are all new songs.
all
Mhm.
brand new. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay,
Mhm.
great. And I have to tell you on your website,
Yeah.
oh, I got to show your website. Wait a
Mhm.
minute. Okay, wait a second. Okay, here we go. I'm going to put your
Looking
website
good.
up.
Looking good.
Yeah. So on your website, I saw that you have a Christmas song you wrote with Stevie Kalinich.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
It's
Christmas
so
with
great.
my-
I love it. It's really
Thanks.
good.
We, whenever the holidays come around, we do a little promotion, and I still have a box of vinyl that I'm looking to sell. You know, he and I are looking to, if anybody's interested in buying some holiday records, hit me up.
It's an album or is it one song?
It's it's one song. It's a single.
Oh, okay. It's a single. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have it. It's not okay. It's a single. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. And then so I'm putting up your Instagram and your website and your
Thank you.
right
Thank
now
you.
on the bottom
yeah.
there.
Oh, there it is. Oh yeah.
There you are. Okay.
Right there.
And yeah.
Oop, it's going this way.
So okay, so let's see. Okay, your next song we'll play is Running From Me.
Running from me. Good. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So let me just take us off here.
Okay.
Okay. Wait a second. Wait, let me make sure I'm doing this right because it's a different way. Wait a minute. Wait. Okay. This is okay. Okay.
I can be what I want, I can say what I need, but I can't keep on running from me. Summer high, winter long, do or die, right or wrong, I just can't keep on running from me. When I catch up, I'm gonna give my best time out. Light up my face to keep my heart in place somehow. Oh, there's a key to unlock when I want to be free, but I can't keep on running from me, running from me, from me. The time that I've taken hiding from within throughout, it's time that I've wasted and it's never coming back. Oh no. Found my place in the wild, and it's all like a dream, but I can't keep on running from me, running from me, from me.
All right, I'm coming back. I'm having a little bit of technical thing because I had to. Sorry about that. I
Oh,
was a little bit tech issues for a second. That's normal online.
It's okay.
Big deal.
It's okay.
Yes, so I love that song too. It's great.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah. So
Well,
I have
existential.
one more song, huh?
A little bit of existentialism there, running from me. It's all
Yeah, no,
about.
it's good. It's good. It's great. My friend Laura is saying she likes the chord progressions and rhythms, and she said it sounded great.
Thank you.
And she says you're delightful.
Oh, you're sweet, Laura.
I agree.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So, okay. So, I know Brian Wilson is your father-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
And they just came out with a documentary, The Long Promised Road.
Long Promised Road, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I saw it because I'm a big fan of Stevie Kalinich, of course. Too.
Of course,
so I know Stevie's in it, you're in it, Carney's in it, you're all in it, right?
Yeah.
And then there's also Al Jardine's in it.
Al, yep, sure.
Al Jardine, Elton John, Bruce Springsteen, Jacob Dylan, and more.
More, yeah.
And Stevie had 2 cameos.
Yes, he did. He's part of the story. He's part of the story.
You have to, but with him, it's like there's one, and then you have to give it the credits because they put him. The second one is like
that's right. Yeah.
I'm like, somebody said there's one cameo. No, there's 2. Right? So I thought it was really good. I really liked it.
It was really unique, to take the perspective of interviewing Brian nowadays and then reminisce and look back and then go in the studio. It was really neat. I liked how it was done. A guy named Brent Wilson made the documentary. He's a great guy. And
is he related?
No relation.
That is funny. I was wondering about that. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, it was a Rolling Stone editor, Jason Fine, who interviewed him, and they were just driving around. They have a long-term relationship. And all they did, and it was neat because they were just driving around LA. They passed certain landmarks, Beach Boys related things, and they would reminisce, and Brian would give his thoughts about things, and they would just kind of shoot the breeze about it, and it's really interesting. It's touching. Yeah, I thought it was I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. So it just came out, I think, November 2021. It was released, I think. Or maybe it was a film festival in June. It was some film festival, and then I think it got released on Amazon Prime.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's right. And it was in some theaters.
Yeah, they did some limited screenings.
Limited screenings.
Yeah. And who knows where it'll go next? Maybe on Netflix or whatever. Hopefully so.
Right, but I think it's on. I think it might be still on Amazon Prime if anybody who's watching and live on replay wants to watch it. I thought it was really good. So it's called The Long Promised Road, and it's a documentary with Brian Wilson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting.
Yeah. So, all right. So we got one more song.
Okay.
It's called Running. No, we did Running for Me. Fever Dream.
Fever Dream. Yeah.
Okay. And what's that about?
It's about a dream, and I have a fever. So it's Fever Dream now. I don't know. You know what? The way I write songs and lyrics, I don't really know what they're about. And then usually towards the end, when I see a bigger picture, I can say, oh, okay, that's what this was kind of about. I like songs that are kind of open to interpretation. So it might mean something to somebody else. It definitely means something specific to me, but it wasn't written with anything in mind. It just turned out that way. Okay.
Okay, good. All right, Roland Musa, who was my husband. We're still writing songs.
Husband, that's great.
Husband, yeah.
Yes.
So he's the one who introduced me to Pete Seeger, who he was close with for decades, and he was part of the whole folk scene in the '70s in Greenwich Village. And he knew Dylan. He was friends with Dylan and every Richie and everybody.
Incredible.
So Roland was like my door to opening up with all these musicians, you see.
Yes.
So he's watching now, and he said, wow, Rob was so lucky to live in the history of music. Roland too. What a great musician who has a great voice, who writes great songs. I'd love to meet him.
Oh, you're very sweet.
I'd
love to meet him too, yeah.
Well, maybe July 14th at Bethel.
Yes.
Because he said he wants to come.
Great.
Oh, yeah, he's living in North Dakota on a reservation. He's native. Wow. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But he'll be here, and he said he wants to come.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So you have a history of Pete Seeger.
Huh?
You mentioned Pete Seeger. That's amazing. I used to hear, I think I first heard of Pete through the Philadelphia Folk Festival, which is kind of an institution. It's been going on for I don't know how long. But I just remember hearing about and seeing like they have a specific logo, and people would wear shirts, Philadelphia Folk Festival, and it's like, what is that about? And Pete Seeger's playing the folk festival this year. Oh wow! And I never went to one, but it was always like it was just there, ubiquitous in the Philly music scene, you know. So
right, so you're from Philadelphia, right? Because it's like similar. It's a similar accent, even though you don't have it.
My family has it.
When you go back, you do pick it up a little bit.
Yes.
A little bit. Great. Yeah, it's good. When I lived in LA, everybody was like trying to figure out where I was from.
Where are you from? Jersey? Where now?
Everything. They'd say England. They say all over the world. I'm like, I don't have an English accent, but they would guess all over the world, you know. And then I got paranoid. I was like, I got to take diction lessons. I got to get rid of the Baltimore accent. I couldn't do it. I said, I'm just keeping it.
No, man, wear it proudly.
Yeah, so I do.
Good.
So okay, so let's play the last song, Fever Dream. Okay, I'll take you off.
Great.
Okay, you'll be back in a few minutes. And wait a minute, wait a second.
How do you see the forest for the trees? How do you hear the voices through the breeze? I could never seem to hold on a time or a place. I could never hang my heart on a name or a face. Have we lived where no love was before? We may never have had this chance for more. Try to keep on while my greatest accomplishments fade. Tell myself if I'm still standing that I got it made. Here comes that fever dream, torn up and in between. I call your name to no reply. Still I thought after all, someday we'll have it all. Right now there's only you and I. You and I. Try to keep on while my greatest accomplishments fade. Tell myself if I'm still standing that I got it made. Here comes that fever dream, torn up and in between. I call your name to no reply. Still I fought
That was so great. It's so beautiful.
Thank you.
Really. It's just so great hearing all these songs.
Thanks.
Yeah. So I'm so happy I got to do this tonight with you. I got to interview you and be with you. It's just a pleasure.
Thank you, Princess.
Yeah, no, I'm really serious. I'm so glad that
I can't wait to meet you in person.
What?
I can't wait to meet you in person when we
I
come around.
know, I can't wait too. So Nick Guzman and Christina Guzman, I'm friends
Love
with them.
yes.
I love them to pieces. And I'm a big fan of Nick Guzman's. I've
Nick
had
is
him on my
awesome.
show.
I've played with Nick a few times.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, they love you, and I love them too. And so they're
They're
wonderful people. I met them from Stevie, of course, too.
Yeah.
And yeah. So anyway, I'm really grateful that you took
Thank
the
you.
time out to be with me tonight and my audience.
I'm grateful you asked. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, and wait a second. That's a friend of yours, Mick Lump.
Yeah, Mick.
Mick said, Rob is such a sweet person. I met him at Linus from Hollywood gig a few years ago. Great songs.
Thanks, Mick. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So, so what else? So, okay. So you're staying home. You're not going.
Not doing the Al thing.
You're doing.
But I'm going to do. I'll be doing future shows with Al, with his particular the family and friends lineup. Just not this particular run.
Right.
Yeah.
So he'll be doing more of these.
He'll be doing more. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Well, that's great.
Yes.
And is there anything else that you're working on now? Other than being a dad and taking care of the animals.
Yeah, that's what it is. There might be another Wanderlust record in the future. My bandmates and I from Philadelphia, we may reconvene and do something else. We'll see what happens. And yeah, anything can happen.
And what about what is your day? What are your days like? I mean, are you like writing songs all day, or like what exactly?
Yeah. I sleep till about 3 p.m. No, I'm kidding. So it depends. I have to be in the I get into a mode of creativity, and they come in blocks.
Okay.
I'll be very productive for a while, and then I don't feel terribly inspired or whatever, and I just kind of, I walk a lot. I try to exercise as much as possible. I'm also I have a jazz trio as well, so I practice a lot of jazz in our repertoire. We practice a bit with that.
Oh.
It's music from the minute I wake up till I go to sleep, and in whatever capacity it is. But
right, and that's your recording studio behind you.
My studio, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It looks really nice. It looks like a great studio.
Beloved 66 Fender Princeton amp right there, pristine. She's a beauty.
Great. It looks great.
Yeah, it's never a dull moment. All right, a few dull moments, but
right. They sound like you have a really interesting life, a great life.
Yeah. Thank you. Well, thank you.
Yeah. So anyway, well, thank you so much. And is there any last words? Anything else you want to say to wrap it up?
I love your Gumby.
You like Gumby? Yeah, Gumby's great.
Is Pokey there too? You got Pokey?
You know what? I do, but not right here. I have the miniature. I have the kids. I have the kids, the smaller version. This is the parent. And I have Gumby and Pokey. I do.
I used to love that show.
Oh, really? Yeah. I don't know. I just love Gumby. He's so cute.
Yeah. And he could walk through anything. He could walk through walls. That was his shtick.
Yeah, well,
he would walk into books. He would go into books.
What?
He would walk into books, and then they'd be inside the storybook. It was really trippy.
I think you can watch it on YouTube. I think they have those old ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I might have to watch that. Yeah. Well, anyway, so I think that's it. I think we're good unless there's anything else you want to mention.
Oh boy. I can't think of anything else.
Okay, yeah, I've got your website and your Instagram. Gumby Rocks. Laura said Gumby Rocks. I got her a Gumby years ago.
And the theme song from Gumby was really cool too. If anybody remembers the theme song. I won't sing it.
I'll have to look it up. I got to look it up now.
It was pretty rocking. It's pretty rocking too.
Okay, good. I'll have to look. I'm sure it's on YouTube. Everything's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, it's good to see you, and I'm looking forward to meeting you in person.
Yes, me too.
And that'll be great. And thank Stevie again for introducing us.
Absolutely.
And okay. And do you see Stevie a lot, or do you work with him a lot, or just occasionally do?
We talk a lot. I haven't. The last time I saw him was his 80th birthday party. which was maybe a month ago.
Right. Okay.
But we're going to see each other more and more as as this pandemic dies down.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, we like to
Well,
hang out.
Stevie, I'll just tell everybody who doesn't know, Stevie Kalinich, who I've promoted a lot, and a good friend. He wrote with the Beach, Brian Wilson and Dennis Wilson in the late 60s.
That's right.
And Carney's known him since she was born, I think, right?
Yeah, he's been around since
It's the late 60s. I know.
Yeah.
And so he's an amazing lyricist and poet and a wonderful
and an artist. He's
and a painter and an artist.
Yeah. In the last 5 years or so, he has just been going crazy, painting every day. Like
I know he told me that.
Yeah, his apartment is just
I know.
I've paintings.
I've seen the videos. I know with all his four of his paintings. I know it's amazing.
Yeah,
oh wait, Taylor B says hi, Rob.
Hi Taylor, how are you?
So yes. Oh, it's only been 5 years. That I didn't know. With his painting,
maybe he has done it all his life. I don't know, but since I think it's been like a 5-year, waterfall of creativity that he's just become with painting.
Okay,
so,
he's an amazing guy. He's very special.
He is a special spirit really for sure.
I'm grateful that he was introduced.
Me too.
Yeah. So anyway, all right. So great to see you. Great to be with you. We will talk again.
Absolutely.
And
I hope so.
Yeah, we definitely will.
Okay.
And whoever watches this live or replay, I hope you enjoyed it. And it was a real treat and a real privilege to be with you and hear all your great music.
Thank you, Mindy. Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay. I'll talk to you later. Okay.
See you later.
Bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay. Well, I hope you all enjoyed that. And I'm going to be doing a show next Friday on beams.live. If anybody's interested, it's a hat and costume show I'm doing next Friday at 4:00 Eastern time. So if anybody's interested, I can I'm going to post my website and information again. That's my information. If anybody wants to follow me on YouTube or my Instagram page. And Roland and I actually wrote a new song, We Are All One, and it's on hearnow.com, on princesswild.hearnow.com. So anyway, keep smiling, keep sweet, join the smile revolution. There's always good going on, and I love you all. Be well, and I'll see you soon. Bye.